I lost 70 pounds in 9 months. I had a tummy tuck, and then I went on to lose an additional 16 pounds. So my weight loss journey this time around has been approximately 90 pounds down. I'm going to share with you what I would do if I had to lose 20 pounds by next month. And I'm going to base it upon the principles that I used as a woman over 40 to not only lose weight, but to keep it off for good. Now, I know we've all heard it before, but I'm going to say it again. Nutrition is the most important part of the weight loss equation. You cannot out-train a bad diet, and believe me, I have tried. I would work out every day, but then I was also eating so much junk and processed sugar that I was losing and regaining the same 5 pounds and didn't understand why. Only when I cleaned up my diet and eliminated the processed sugar and reduced the amount of other processed foods I was eating did I really start to see a difference, not only on the scale, but in the mirror as well. And I really credit cutting out the processed sugar from my diet as the catalyst to my extreme weight loss. So here's what I would do if I had 20 pounds to lose by next month. I would pick a meal plan that not only allowed me to maintain a calorie deficit, but actually focused on a macro-based eating approach. You know, your macros are your proteins, your carbs, and your fats. And what this allows you to do is to focus on the quality of the foods that you're eating. Now, you can always lose weight just by counting calories and being in a calorie deficit, but doing that does not take into account the quality of the foods that you're eating. What I found was that when I counted macros and I was focused on eating high protein, I was really forced to consider the quality of the food that I ate, and I was having to pick foods that had a higher nutritional value in order to stay within the appropriate ratios for my macro targets. And so what this did was force me to eliminate a lot of the processed foods. It forced me to eliminate the processed sugar. They didn't have any nutritional value, and they didn't contribute to that balance of macros that was going to help me to stay within the calorie deficit and lose weight. Now, it doesn't matter what meal plan you use. Most meal plans actually work. You just have to follow them consistently. But again, I would pick one that was macro based and focused on high protein, so that you're having to really consider the quality of the food that you're eating in order to hit those macro targets. And if you want one of the macro-based meal plans that I used on my weight loss journey, click on the first link in the video description and check that out. The next thing that you want to do is you want to start meal prepping. And I know that some people don't like to meal prep because they don't have time, or because they don't like to eat leftovers. And I was actually one of those people in both categories. But what I have found over my weight loss journey, and actually more so in maintenance, is that it is so much easier to stay on my meal plan when I'm actually meal prepping. Now, I only meal prep 2 to 3 days at a time because, again, I don't like leftovers. But I have found that it is so easy to just take a couple of hours to batch cook my high quality protein, my complex carbs, my green vegetables, and my healthy fats for 2 to 3 days. And then I purchased a meal prep bag so that I can actually take my meal prep with me if I am traveling, if I'm commuting, if I'm going to be away from home and not able to eat. Now I'm able to take my meal prep with me. I put some ice packs in the bag and it keeps all day. And I don't have any excuse to eat off plan when I'm away from home. So I encourage you, if you have 20 pounds to lose by next month, learn how to meal prep. It will not only save you time in the long run, will probably save you some money, but it will also help you to stay on that plan. I will put a link in the video description to the meal prep containers and the meal prep bag that I actually use on my weight maintenance journey. The next thing that I would do if I had to lose 20 pounds by next month is I would grab me a comfortable pair of walking shoes and 3 sets of dumbbells, a light set, a medium set, and a heavy set. Now, a lot of people don't realize that walking is just as effective as any other workout for weight loss. A lot of people think you have to do a lot of running, a lot of Stairmaster and elliptical and other high impact workouts in order to lose weight, and that's not necessarily true. I lost my first 30 pounds simply walking. I walked twice a day for 45 minutes each, and I looked up after 75 days and I had lost 30 pounds. And so walking was a great way for me to kickstart my weight loss journey. Now, after losing the 30 pounds, I did pick up running, but I also decided to pick up the weights. I started strength training. So the next thing that I would do if I had to lose 20 pounds by next month is come up with a workout routine that incorporated fasted cardio, and that's cardio in a fasted state when you wake up before you eat breakfast, 30 to 45 minutes a day, but also incorporates some strength training workouts. And I recommend that when you're strength training that you are working the major muscle groups at least twice a week. And so my strength training program looked like upper body twice a week, lower body twice a week, and then a day that was dedicated to core. And I did do some core workouts on the other days of the week as well. And so what I found was that I didn't need a commercial gym in order to tone up or to recomp my body using weights. All I used were a few sets of dumbbells and some strength training videos. And what I found was that there were some times where the scale would only move like 2 to 3 pounds in a month, but because now I'm strength training and I'm working those muscles at least twice a week, I looked like I had lost 15 to 20 pounds in that month. And that was because I was burning fat and I was building that muscle underneath. So picking up those weights really helped me to change my physical appearance in a very short amount of time. And if you need a workout training template, you want to see an example of the one that I use, or you need some blank templates in order to create your own, click on the link in my video and download that free workout template. That is my gift to you to help you get started building out your workout routine. So now that we have the majors out of the way, the meal plan and the workout routine, we want to focus on those other things that really matter but tend to get overlooked. You want to be sure that while you're on this journey to losing 20 pounds by next month, that you're staying hydrated. A lot of us walk around dehydrated, and I was very guilty of this before I started my weight loss journey. But you want to get in at least 64 ounces of water a day. And depending on how hard you're going doing those workouts that you planned, you'll probably end up wanting to drink even more than that. That keeps your body properly hydrated. It helps it to perform those functions like fat burning and muscle building, and it also helps to flush out toxins and waste from your body. So let's be sure that we are hydrating as part of this journey. The other thing to remember is sleep. Sleep is so crucial to the weight loss process, and a lot of people overlook this and they don't realize that our bodies perform those fat burning and muscle building activities while we're asleep. So when we cut our sleep short, if we're not getting in at least 7 hours of sleep at night, then we're cutting short those processes. So all of the work that we're putting in to stay on our meal plan, all of the work that we're putting in as part of our workout routine, that fasted cardio and that strength training routine, we're not getting the most benefit out of that when we cut our sleep short, because again, that is the time when our bodies perform those functions. And if we cut that sleep short, we're not maximizing that time. So make sure that you're getting in at least 7 hours of sleep at night. I recommend setting a bedtime each night and sticking to it if you want to lose 20 pounds by next month. Now, just as important as sleep is to losing 20 pounds by next month are the morning habits that you perform when you wake up. Check out this next video where I share with you the 5 morning habits that burn belly fat.